Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with my post-fight reaction to Mallory Martin versus Hannah Cifers. All right, y'all. First off, I got to say that I knew this fight was going to end in a stoppage or a submission for somebody in this one. I knew that Hannah Cifers had the ability to land something big, use her experience in her boxing to try to land a good counter on Mallory Martin. But I knew that Mallory Martin had that aggression, that killer instinct where she's a go-getter. She likes to close in on her opponents, get that clinch, take you down, put you in that uncomfortable position, and look for that stoppage win. So we saw a little bit of both of that in this fight. Hannah Cifers, she was able to get the scare on Mallory Martin early on. She landed a big right hand in this fight and damn near had Mallory Martin out. But shout out to Mallory Martin. She really showed the ability to recover and keep a cool head, not go crazy in there, try to fight toe-to-toe and fight off a heart whenever you're hurt. She just went on that back foot, said, okay, I lost this round. Let me just stay on the back foot, absorb a few shots if I have to, but let me try to keep that distance away from Hannah Cifers and just ride the round out. So that was a smart move on her. She knew that she was out of it. She knew that the legs were gone, so she just said, look, shoot, let me ride out this round. Let me ride out this last 2 minutes until I can get back in that second round and get where I need to be. And that's what she was able to do. She went right back into that second round and was able to execute her game plan, get Hannah Cifers to the ground, and get the stoppage via rear naked choke. But yeah, just going back and looking at the fight real quick. First round, Hannah Cifers, she started off nicely with her boxing and her movement. She was using some good lateral movement, trying to stay out of danger from Mallory Martin. But Mallory Martin was being smart as well. She was using subtle movements. Like, she wasn't chasing Hannah Cifers, but she was just stalking. She was stalking and closing in and just closing that distance on Hannah Cifers until she slowed down, which was working. Hannah was landing a few leg kicks here and there and a couple of jabs, but it was as Mallory Martin was coming in, she was kind of closing that distance and making it tight for her. But Mallory Martin had her hands down. She kind of had her hands down and her chin wide open. So Mallory was able to get off a good right hand up the middle on Hannah Cifers. But Hannah Cifers, she came back with a big right hand that planted right on Mallory Martin's chin. And it was like slow motion. When that right hand cracked Mallory Martin on the chin, it was like slow motion that she fell. I was like, damn, she's out. I was like, she's out cold. When she hit that mat, she was still up. Hannah Cifers jumped on her, just started wailing on her, letting off shots. The referee, he's looking in close, and Mallory Martin gets back to her feet, and Hannah Cifers is beating her from one end of the fence to the other end of the fence. And, the referee, he's watching all these shots. She's taking shots, but at the same time, she's going into the clinch and trying to avoid some of them. So as she's moving around trying to escape, she's just trying her best to ride out the rest of the round. But Hannah Cifers, like I said, she's unloading on her. And then after that, she's taking her down to the mat, letting off more shots. But in that last 10 seconds, like I said, Mallory Martin, she kept a cool head. She put that distance between her and Hannah Cifers and just rode the last bit of the round out. But I feel like Hannah Cifers may have gassed herself out a little bit because she couldn't get the finish. But that's the thing, man. Whenever you get a fighter hurt, you got to start landing those accurate shots and get him out of there, because it can either go two ways. The fighter, they're going to be weak in the second round, and you can continue to finish them off, continue to punish them until the referee stops it, or they'll recover completely. Mallory Martin in the second round, she was able to recover. She recovered strong, went right back into the clinch in the second round with Hannah Cifers, got the trip and the takedown. It was right where she wanted to be. When she took her down, she had her head in her chest, and she was letting some ground and pound go on Hannah Cifers, really just mauling her and roughing her up right where she wanted to be. Hannah Cifers was starting to bleed from the brow, I think, and she was cut around the eye, and Mallory Martin just letting shots off here. She has her sprawled on the mat, letting these shots go. But as Hannah Cifers tried to escape, she gave Mallory Martin her back, which is a big mistake. When she gave her that back, Mallory Martin just tightened up. She let that go right up under the neck of Hannah Cifers, pulled her back, got that rear naked choke. Hannah Cifers tapped. I was like, wow. Wow, this was a good fight. That was a big, strong comeback for Mallory Martin. And that's something I always tell people, man. Like, if you get somebody hurt, you got to take them out, but you also can't count them out if they make it into that next round. And Mallory Martin, she did what she needed to do in that first round. Like I said, like, she knew that she had already lost it, especially after she was absorbing a lot of big shots, and she knew the head was foggy. So she was like, I'm not going to try to do anything crazy here. I'm not going to try to come back because my head's not in it right now. So let me just say, okay, let me step back here. I'm in danger. Let me put some distance and recover. So she just went back to the corner, got the head clear, made sure the legs were good, and then executed her game plan coming back into the second round, which is what a smart fighter does. So she may still lack in some technical departments, but her IQ is growing whenever you could tell her IQ was growing whenever she was able to, execute her recovery plan like that. But yeah, shout out to Mallory Martin. But as for Hannah Cifers, she's a tough, experienced fighter, but I also feel like it's kind of dangerous that she's been taking these consecutive fights like this, especially, at different weights, and, some of them been mismatches. I know she wants to get those bags, and, she's like one of the fighters to call whenever, some of these other fighters test positive for COVID. And, there's not a lot of women fighters fighting right now. So Hannah Cifers is the one to call. But sometimes you got to rethink things, man. Like, you just can't take these fights on short notices, and not worry about your well-being. But yeah, man, let me know, guys, what y'all thought of this fight in the comment section. It was a good, solid win. And this was really the definition of a comeback. But yeah, man, that's all I got on this, guys. Make sure y'all subscribe. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Peace.